Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's watch list review. Here is last week's watch list that I did the video on. These were inside week up. These were weekly rev strats, and these were still in play on the monthly chart. You can see I added notes here so I can just kind of read off of it, but let's pull up the first one, CRM. You see the weekly trigger was here. Let's go to the daily chart, make it a little bit easier to see, and get rid of that. And those of you with Thinkorswim, man, we had real problems this morning. I actually got in Amazon pretty early on, Amazon calls, and they were today's expiration. And as soon as I got in, my screen froze up and I couldn't get out. I was up, maybe 10%, and I was trying to get out, but my screen was froze. And by the time I was able to get out, I was down like $230. So, a little disappointed. I got in it 2 more times and had the same issue. The one time was after 10 o'clock, so I thought maybe it settled down and was fixed by then. 2 of them I lost money on because of that problem, and one of them I made, I was able to get out with a small profit. But yeah, I was a little disappointed with Thinkorswim this morning. So, but anyway, CRM, the trigger was here. You see it triggered here, pulled back. It depends on where your stop was. A lot of people say put your stop halfway at this candle because this is the previous candle. If you entered on this one, your stop would be here, and if you did that, you would have still been in it. It never did hit its target. The trigger was at 238. It hit 241, so it had a nice little bump up, but it didn't quite hit the target. We're going to call that one a loss because it didn't hit the target. And that's not to say it's not done. It could still run, but again, it didn't hit the target, it's a loss. CVS, our trigger was above 87.30. This was inside day up, so ignore this. It didn't, looks like it never triggered anyway. If it did, I didn't get in it. Let me pull these off. CVS never triggered. This was our inside week up here. I can show you the weekly chart. Inside week up, it never triggered, so we would have never got in this trade. DraftKings was over 50.33, and you can see. Come back to the weekly. Let me zoom out a little bit more so it might be easier to see. You can see it triggered, it took out target 1, and I don't know why I have target 1 twice. I think it was supposed to be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I put 1, 1, 2, and 3. Either way, if that's the case, it hit target 3. If I go to the daily chart, I should be able to tell what I meant by that. Yeah, because we would have been back here on the daily, right here. So this would have been the trigger. This would have been target 1. This one would have been target 2 from back here. Target 3 and target 4. So that's what it was. I just numbered it wrong. I had 2 number 1s, 2 target 1s instead of target 1 and 2. But you see it triggered. It broke target 1, broke target 2, and broke target 3. So this would have been a very good trade. I don't believe I got in this at all this week, but this would have been a very good trade. You had a $4 move, just about almost a $5 move from where the trigger was. So DraftKings would have definitely been a good one. Facebook, it triggered. Here was your trigger above this. It broke above it. It broke target 1 and 2. Didn't really have a target 3 on here, but it did hit both targets. The measured move on it was 342.13. Didn't quite get there, but nonetheless, you still hit both targets. Wasn't a huge move, $1.30 something move, but still could have made you a few bucks. MGM did not trigger. You see I had inside week down and inside week up alerts, and I don't believe either one of them triggered. Actually, inside week up did trigger. Okay, I missed that. It did trigger, and it did take out target one. It wasn't a big move, only 30 cents. Well, it was actually 80 cents from the trigger to the high, but trigger to target one was only 30 cents. So MGM was also a winner. DG triggered and hit target one. Only $1 move to target one, but it did hit it. So let's take a look at now. That covers all the inside week here. That's all covered. Only one loser, and that was CRM. A couple of no triggers, and the rest all hit their targets. So now let's go to Walmart for the rev strats, the weekly rev strat. We had a 1-2, and this would have been a rev strat if it broke above this. It never did, so that's no trigger. Lows, also rev strat, a 1-2-2. 1-2 trigger was a 2 up here. It actually went 2 down, no trigger, no trade, nothing there. American Airlines, we had no trigger on this one. We're looking at the monthly chart on this one still. I believe this one was broke at last week, not this week. It triggered last week and came within 5 cents of its target. It could still be in play if it comes back above this line. That's why I left it on the chart or on the watch list. Google, I've traded this a couple of times this week. I didn't stay in it the whole time. Wish I would have, but let me go back to the week. And here was our trigger above this. It triggered and it took out target one, which was a $40 move, over $40 actually. Would have been a very nice trade if you would have held onto that. And it's, this was a monthly, off the monthly chart, so this is still in play. We still have 3 more weeks on this one. There's the closing bell. We still have 3 more weeks on this one, so there's very, very good possibility we hit target 2 also. I didn't stay in it the whole time. I got in and I traded. Took a little bit here, took a little bit there. Didn't hold it overnight. So that's my watch list review for this week. I'll try to do a preview later on this weekend for this coming week's watch list. And I think we may have some pretty good stuff on there because I think we had quite a few inside weeks. Although yesterday and today we might have went 2 up on some stuff, but I think there's still going to be quite a few things that are still inside for the week. So we'll, just for the heck of it, let's just grab a couple and look. We look at American. It's a 2 down on the week. Boeing, 2 down on the week. CRM, 2 up on the week. CVS, 2 down. DG's 2 up. Disney, 2 down. DraftKings, 2 up. Docu should be a 2 up, yeah. Facebook, 2 up. 2 up with a shooter, so you have to watch that. Look for a rev strat back to the downside this week. If we break below the bottom of this, we have a shooter on a weekly. We break down below the low of this candle, look for a rev strat down to at least here. Facebook, Google's running, we know that. Lows, 2 down. MGM, 2 up. Nvidia, 2 up. Sharp, 2 down. And this is a 2 down. Even though it's green, it's still 2 down because it broke the low of the previous candle. So don't get confused by that. Just because it's green doesn't mean it's a 2 up. That is still a 2 down candle. The inclination would be that it's going to break the high and go 222 back to the upside because it closed near the high of the candle. But we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. SPY, 2 up. Tesla, inside on Tesla. So we have an inside week on Tesla. Have to wait and see what happens next week on it. Look for a break below or above. Twitter's a 2 up. And Walmart's a 2 down. So that's it for this week. I'll try to get another video out for the preview for next week. And thanks for watching and hope you had a good week. Talk to you later. Bye.